Concrete measures. That's what Germany, France, and Britain are calling for Sunday, issuing a joint call for an urgent meeting of European Union ministers to cope with the escalating migration crisis. Unprecedented numbers of migrants are reaching EU borders, surpassing 100,000 in July alone and reaching more than 340,000 this year so far. And Europe is struggling to find a policy to cope, with calls for tighter, uniform rules. Hungary, facing an influx of migrants on the Serbia border, has begun fingerprinting those entering its territory.
The refugees are afraid of the Hungarian fingerprint regime because they are well aware of the fact that if their fingerprint is recorded in Hungary, then legally there is the opportunity for any Western European country to send them back to Hungary.
The Netherlands, for its part, is set to toughen its asylum policy by cutting off food and shelter for people who fail to qualify as refugees, raising the key question of who would be able to qualify and at what cost. Alongside discussions, the reality is jarring. On the coasts of Italy, bodies continued to wash up Sunday, another migrant journey across the Mediterranean ending in disaster.
They discovered yesterday 2 dead bodies drifting in the sea. With no connection to a SAR event, we don't know what has happened to the dead bodies. But of course we are taking them on board and storing them in our cooling container, and then we will start the identification work.
Italy and Greece are 2 of the countries in which the 28-nation EU bloc has called for reception centers to be set up urgently to register new arrivals. On Saturday, the European Union held a rescue drill off the Libyan coast in preparation for dealing with further sunken vessels.
I have a daughter back home. She's 6 months old. And at one time I had to pick up 2 infants, approximately the same age as her.
These rescue teams have their work cut out for them. As for those fleeing war-torn Libya and Syria, there is nothing left to lose.
We understand death is here. We are prepared to die. This is a journey of death, and we know we don't even have a 1% guarantee of making it.
For Ahmed and many others like him, the final destination is a passport-free area of Serbia's northern border with Hungary. And for those fleeing far worse in their countries of origin to come to open EU countries, one question is still going unanswered. What will Europe choose to do with them next?